Hi guys, welcome to Live at 5 tonight with Maureen. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. A few minutes late tonight. I just got a bit tied up on a call and couldn't really quite get off the call in time. So cheers. I've not on the coffee today, it's actually just water, but notice the mug though. The mug says relax. And I've got a heart flying up, so I'm obvious that you can hear me and you can see me. And yeah, I can notice Lynn's here, so great, that's great. You can hear me and you can see me. For anybody who's watching live tonight and who comes in live tonight, welcome. It's great to have you here. These Live at 5s happen every single Monday at 5 p.m. UK time. Wherever you're looking in from and whatever time it is for you, just thank you for being here. And if you are watching the replay, then please leave comments. I will come back even on the replay and check in with any questions, with any queries, with any comments. So what is Live at 5? It's an opportunity to have some free life coaching, some free thoughts on life, from free practical tips and tools and techniques and strategies for living your best life. And it's an opportunity for some free advice from myself. You know, I'm an experienced life coach. I've been doing this since about 2010 now. So again, it's an opportunity. You know, I've come here from a place of service, here to answer any questions, talk on the topics you want. And for any of you who are not sure, you know, how to get a topic to me, email Maureen@MaureenSharphouse.com, leave a comment on my page. And again, there's always a post on a Monday morning goes out about Live at 5, and you can put your topics there or private message me. Now, tonight's topic was actually given to me at the end of last week's session, and I promised that I would deal with it this week. And it's quite an exciting topic because I've been asked about the law of attraction and the book, The Secret. And I've also been asked as to why, for some people, it doesn't seem to work. Now, you know, I've had that said a few times to me over the years when people have said, you know, it's all very well, this law of attraction stuff and The Secret and the book and the video and the film, and it doesn't work for me. And again, thought it'd just be quite good to address tonight why perhaps that might be, that it might not work for you. So for any of you, again, if you're just joining, my name's Maureen Sharphouse, and tonight we're looking at a topic that I've been asked to talk about, and we're looking at law of attraction, we're looking at The Secret, and we're looking at why perhaps in your life it may not be working for you. Or you might not feel it's working for you anyway, because it may be slightly different. Now, for any of you who are not familiar, let me just grab, this is the book we're talking about, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, which tells us all about, supposedly the secret to life, the secret to what you achieve in life and get in life. And it's about the law of attraction. What you give out, you get back. You can also, that is the key to the Living the Law of Attraction, which is actually quite a good book you can get, which has also sort of exercises and topics in it for to really help you work it. And there's also the follow-up, The Power, The Secret Power. Now, these books are all books that live on my bookshelf. So they're all ones that I am familiar with. And I will admit that probably The Secret, the actual book, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, was the thing that the biggest catalyst for me, way back in perhaps around 2002, perhaps a little earlier than that really changed my perception of life, of how to achieve what you want in life, how to live the best life. And I really used the book to really transform my own ways of thinking, my own ways of living, and completely transform my life. So if The Secret is familiar to you, could you just give me a thumbs up or a heart or put a comment in, just so that I know that you are familiar with what we're talking about. It certainly was a big catalyst for me. For anybody who's not too sure, the law of attraction, or the secret, really is about thoughts becoming things. That what you think about and about, you bring about. You may be familiar with the terms, ask, believe, receive. Sometimes we hear dream it, believe it, achieve it. Sometimes we hear imagine, believe, receive. Now, if those are familiar to you, go and give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up or a heart. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I'm seeing a thumbs up. And looking forward to my thoughts on that. So it's great. So, and I think the thing is, when people start really listening to or taking on board this way of thinking, that what we give out in life, we attract back, that what we ask for, what we get clear on what we want and believe we can have, and we think we can receive it, that sometimes I think there is a big bit that a lot of people miss out. And the way I kind of look on it, it's the secret to the secret. It's the bit behind the secret. Because I think, when you read the book and if no matter how familiar you are with the law of attraction or not familiar with it, and if you're not, then bear with me. And, it's maybe something that, I'll try and explain as we talk tonight. And obviously you can maybe perhaps look into, afterwards. But if you're into personal development in any way, chances are you've heard the term manifest, you've heard about law of attraction, you've heard about, what you give out, you get back in life. And this sort of ask, believe, receive, or dream it, believe it, achieve it. And to be honest, it's often classed as a sort of new age phenomenon. A lot of people think, oh, it's very kind of new age, this secret and this big revelation and this manifesting what you want in life. Well, actually, no. If you actually look in the Bible, there's actually evidence of that then. And again, I've actually scribbled down a couple of sayings from the Bible, and it's in Mark, and it's therefore, I'm just going to put my glasses on because otherwise maybe not going to come accurate to you. Therefore, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty much to me like the law of attraction. Also, ask, and it will be given to you. Seek, you will find it. Knock, and the door will be opened to you. Now, those are taken from the Bible. So to me, whilst we kind of think of the secret and the law of attraction as quite a new age thing, actually there's evidence of it a way back from the Bible, from Buddha, from Einstein, from, loads and loads of people long time ago who really understood that what you really focus on, what you put your energy on, is what you're going to attract into your life. So this sort of saying of thoughts become things, what you're thinking about, what you're focusing on, that's where your energy goes, and it's what you're going to attract into your life. But I think, the big crucial thing is a lot of people sit and go, okay, I'm going to get clear on what I want, so I'm going to ask for it. Because to me, the ask, believe, receive is ask is get clear on what you want. So, okay, I want to bring a great relationship into my life, or a new career into my life, or an abundance of money into my life, or whatever it is. So get clear on what you want. Then we can move to the believe bit, and people can go, okay, and I'm going to start believing I can have it. And I'm going to put it out to the universe, and I'm going to sit back and wait to receive. Now that, in very simplistic terms, is your ask, believe, receive. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people take the law of attraction in those simple terms of ask, believe, receive. I will ask for it, so I will get clear on what I want. I will put it out there to the universe. I'll maybe commit, I'll maybe write it down, I'll maybe visualize it, I'll put it out there. I will believe, yes, I'll believe it's possible, I believe I can have it. But then I'm going to sit back and I'm going to wait, because the law of attraction says what I put out there and that energy is going to come back. My thoughts attract things. Well, I really want to put a bit of a bullet in that and say there's a crucial bit you're really missing out. And that's about the action and playing your part, and taking inspired action and playing your part. Because I think if you just ask, believe and receive and sit back and wait for the universe, sadly, you're going to be quite disappointed. I think skiddly squat is going to happen. It's really about, you have to play your part. You can't just sit back and expect everything to be given to you, to be handed to you, without aligning with that energy, taking some of the empowerment and the action to play your part to bring it about. Because to me, it's a working relationship that we need with the universe. We need to be aligned. We need to develop this real relationship where we are at one. And whilst we are asking, by the asking, I mean, you get clear on what you want. So whatever change it is you want in your life, you need to get clear on that. And, getting clear on that, is a big step, really getting clear on what you want. Now, where a lot of people go wrong is that they actually manifest, this word manifest, bring about into your reality. We hear about this word manifesting into your life, bringing about into reality in your life. Now, a lot of the time when people ask and get clear on what they want, they actually inadvertently, without meaning to, start manifesting what they don't want simply because of the language they use. Because you really need to focus all your energies on what you want to bring about, not what you don't. So if you're saying, I don't want to live my life in debt, actually, what do you think you're giving out to the universe there? You're giving out that word debt. And chances are you're going to bring debt and be stuck in that debt. What you attract, you're going to bring back. I don't want to be stuck in abusive relationships all my life. What energy are you giving out to the universe? What is your subconscious focusing on? Abusive relationships. What are you going to attract? More of the same, more of the abusive relationships. So when it comes to asking, that first part of the law of attraction, you need to get really clear to ask for what you want, not what you don't. So if you don't, rather than saying, I don't want to live my life in debt, you need to say, I welcome money in abundance, or, I welcome more than enough money for my needs into my life. If you don't want to be having abusive relationships continue in your life, instead of saying, I don't want a life of further abusive relationships, you want to be going, I want to have loving relationships into my life. I want to welcome loving relationships into my life. So I think, that first part of the ask is really getting clear on what you want, but really be careful about the language you use. Make sure that you are trying to manifest, i.e. bring about into reality in your life what you want and not what you don't want. So be really, really careful about your thoughts, about your communication. Really make sure that you are using positive language, positive communication. And when you get that real clarity on what you want and you've really got it in that positive language, so I want to have loving relationships, I want to have the career of my dreams, I want to have an abundance of something into my life, then, really commit to it by just write it down. Visualize it, write it down so I'm making a commitment. This is what I want, and it's okay to want it. I give myself permission to want this. So write it down and get clear. And also then you want to really visualize it in your mind as if you've already got it. Yeah, so see yourself with those loving relationships, or, the money in abundance, or, whatever it is you want in life, that great career or that real happiness you want, imagine it as if you've got it. It's about putting it out there. Make that picture, visualize it. Make sure to step in, be there. Feel how it feels. Step into the picture as if you're there now to feel how you feel. Because again, a real key to the law of attraction working for you is really connecting with the feelings. Because if you just put a thought out there, but don't actually put the energy and the emotion and the feeling with it, you are restricting the energy and the vibration that's going to. So, really connect with the feelings. So when it comes to ask, you're going to get clear on what you want. You're going to visualize it. You're going to connect with the feeling behind it. You're going to use positive communication. So it's wanting what you want, not manifesting what you don't. And then putting it out there. So it's a case of, write it down, really move it from a wish or a dream to that goal, to that vision, to that, yes, this is what I want here. So you're really visualizing it and almost like putting it out there to the universe by seeing it. Now, I'm going to quickly just have a quick look at comments for a second because I can see a few people there. So I'm going to just dive across in a minute, look at some comments, anything around law of attraction, the secret, anything around what I've said, pop it in the comments if any of this resonates with you. And we'll just keep unpacking it. And, at the end, I'm going to give you some tips how to really make it work for you. Okay, so I'm just putting the glasses on as always. I can't see, unfortunately, your comments without them. Yeah, looking forward to hearing thoughts around this. Maria, brilliant to have you join us from Greece tonight. Welcome, thank you. Ramakrishna, hi, lovely for you to join us today. Zian, well done, lovely to see you too. Hope you're well. Yeah, Lynn, the universe will think you're lazy. You need to play your part. Absolutely. I just think, it's a bit unfair, I think, when in life we kind of think, well, we just expect. We think about what we want and we think, right, we're clear on what we want and believe the possibility we can have it. But then we sit back and do nothing about it and sit and wait. And by doing nothing about it, we are taking back that energy from it again, and it's just such an unfair. If we really want something in life, if something's important, we need to treat it as important. And as I said at the beginning, it's not about expecting the universe to deliver to you exactly what you want all the time. The universe, it's my belief, will meet you when you take that action, when you get clear on what you want, and when you start taking action for it and get clear on what you want, the universe will meet you. Now, it's also my belief, it doesn't always give you what you want all the time. Sometimes it gives you what you need. So while you may want a brilliant career, want a loving relationship, want lots of money, it might be at the outset that actually what the universe gives you is what you need, the lesson, the learning, the challenge, the difficulty, the gift, the reward, what you need to help you on that journey to create what you want into reality. So to me, it's not a quick fix. It's not like just say ask, receive, believe. Ask, believe, receive. Ask what you want out to the universe, put it out there, and you're going to get it landed on your lap. Sometimes it takes time. Sometimes for you to evolve and grow into that person you need to be in that place that you want, there are certain things you may need on the way. And it's my belief that is when the universe will step in with opportunities for us, with challenges for us, with difficulties for us, with the synchronicities will be happening. We'll hear from people we haven't heard in a while, or we'll spot an advert somewhere, or things will happen. That's the universe at work giving us what we need for us to then take the inspired action on that. Okay, so the ask bit, we've kind of had a quick talk about, and that's about getting clear on what you want, using positive language, not sort of what you don't want. I don't want to be stressed. Your subconscious hears the word stressed. You're giving out the energy of stress. You're going to bring back more stressful stuff to yourself. I want to feel relaxed. I want to live a calm and peaceful life. I want to attract all things in abundance. I want to attract loving relationships. Those are the things. Use the positive communication. Again, get clear on what you want, commit to it, write it down, visualize it, positive communication. Trust yourself. This is what I want, and it's okay to want what I want. That's your first step. Then we have to believe. Now, by believe, again, where I think a lot of people perhaps just kind of slightly misunderstand the law of attraction, is that they think once they've asked for it and just move into, oh, I believe I can have it, or believe it's going to, I just have to believe it's going to come to me and it'll come. I think there's a lot more to that belief than just believing it's going to come to you. The universe will deliver, it will come to me. For me, you have to believe in the possibility you can have it. So that's believe in the possibility you can have it. Because if actually you're going, oh, the universe is going to bring it to me and I believe it'll come, but your subconscious is sitting there going, God, not very likely. Don't think that's very possible. You're immediately blocking that energy. It ain't going to happen. So you need to really believe in the possibility of whatever it is you want. Believe it's possible for it to come about. You also have to believe that you deserve it. So you have to step into that deserving, valued, worthy place. You have to believe you deserve whatever it is that you actually want and believe is possible. You have to move into a belief in that it is yours to have. That belief in knowing that as long as you play your part, you take the action in time, it is yours. So that belief is, it is coming. It is a known, it is coming. So belief in possibility, belief in that you deserve it, belief that it is yours as long as you play your part. Belief in your ability also to be able to play your part. You need to believe that, yeah, I can play my part, you know, I have that ability. And I think as well, also that belief that you are supported by that presence much bigger than we are, that you are supported by universe, that universe does have your back. Now, that one, a lot of people have the belief in the universe when everything is going their way. When they are maybe trying to manifest something and they've got their thoughts trying to, you know, those thoughts becoming things, and they've got themselves very clued up to this is what I want and believe it's possible. And when things are going well for them, I think, you know, it's very easy in those circumstances for people to say, oh, this thing works. I believe I'm supported. I believe the universe has my back. I believe, you know, I'm manifesting. This is the universe on my side. A lot of the time, I think the universe brings us the challenges, the difficulties, the lessons, the learnings until we learn them. And it keeps repeating them. And I think that's where people go wrong, because as soon as something is slightly challenging, slightly difficult, slightly just testing, they immediately think this law of attraction thing doesn't work for me. The universe isn't on my side. It's a load of codswallop. Now, actually, that's really when you need to sit up and listen, because the universe, as I said before, it's my belief it brings you what you need. Now, that might not be at that precise minute what you want, but for you to enable to get what you want, there is maybe a bit of a journey you need to go on the way. It will bring you what you need. And I think, you know, so you have to have that real faith and belief and that patience and that perseverance and that resilience that whatever it is you want to bring into your life or manifest into your life might be a lengthy process, might not happen overnight. It will happen in the right timing. So you have to believe in the right time it will come. But you know, all those steps in the interim, you need to see them as part of your overall journey. Now, when we ask and when we believe, then you hear that term, ask, believe, receive, don't we? And I think, you know, the receive comes in two ways, you know, because I think a lot of people think ask for it, believe I can have it, open my hands, receive it, it's here. Now, actually, I think there's another element to the receive, because I think actually before we receive it in our hands, here it is, we need to go in receiving mode. We need to be open to receive. We need to open our eyes, our heart, our mind, our spirit, our soul to receive whatever it is we need to take us on that journey to get ultimately what we want. And again, by that, we need to also, and by that, it might be an opportunity that comes our way. It might be a challenge that comes our way. We need to be in receiving mode for what it is that is in alignment with what we want. And again, you know, that inspired action, by inspired action, I don't want to encourage any of you to take action for taking action's sake. You know, there's a wonderful saying about the ant, you know, it's all very well to be busy, but what have you been busy about? You know, it needs to count, you know, so what I don't really want to sort of give any sense of it. I'm not saying to ask you can have it, believe you can have it, and then take any action. Because action that's not in alignment with your vision is not going to bring you your vision. It's going to bring you something else. So to me, it's about inspired action. Now, inspired action to me is acting on our own inspiration, our own intuitive hits, our intuitive hunches, our gut instincts, those little hunches and senses of, I feel I want to be doing this. I'm called to do this. There's an opportunity arisen. There's a name popped up. Now, because that's often how the universe responds to our energy of putting out there what we want to manifest, what we want to bring about in our life. The universe will bring us what we need, as in terms of, we will find these little synchronicities happen when you think, God, that's strange. I was just thinking of phoning that person and they phoned me instead. Oh, I was thinking about going to find a class in Italian and I've just noticed it on a notice board. You know, it's the opportunities will start arising. And again, you know, opportunities, synchronicities, you know, we might get a phone call, we might spot something, certain things might happen, somebody might come to visit us, you know, those things happen. Or we might just get a real intuitive hunch or a call that we need to pick the phone up to somebody, that we need to write to somebody, that we need to be somewhere, that we need to do something. Now, when you get that real intuitive kick or hunch, that to me is when you need to act. You need to trust it. Because to me, that is when yourself and the universe are in perfect alignment. What you are wanting and what the universe, the energy it's sending back to try and help you bring this about, is in alignment, in the same place. Now, when you get those intuitive hunches and intuitive kicks, very often people block because they actually go into thinking mode. You know, whilst your gut is telling you one thing, instead of just acting and trusting your gut and trusting your intuition and trusting that it's in alignment with your higher self and where you want to go and what you want to achieve, people hesitate, move up to their headspace, and literally overthink and overanalyze and talk themselves out of it. Now, I don't know if any of you have been guilty of that, but give me a thumbs up or something to let me know if you've been guilty of maybe getting a little bit of an intuitive hunch, a feeling you should be somewhere, a feeling you should be doing something, but head kicks in. And with head can very often kick in, overthink, overanalyze. Mr. Ego or Mrs. Ego will kick in, doubt, hesitancy will kick in. And before you know it, you've actually blocked the universe's help to you to help you on your journey to achieve what you want. Because you've gone, well, yeah, I felt that and I felt called to do it. But actually, oh, no, that's not practical. Can't trust that one. I need to do something else. How many of you are guilty of that? Be interesting one. Be a really interesting one. Let's have a quick look. My ego's been a big pain in the bum over the years. Do you know what, Lynn? I think our ego, for all of us, is a pain in the bum for a lot of years until we learn to master it. And I think, you know, it's, yeah, you know, I think we are all, you know, as we grow through life, we have this issue with our ego and our soul. And I think, you know, they have this little bit of a fight and a little bit of a battle a lot of the time. And, you know, it's the way we're brought up in society, I think, you know, of the ego is the boast and toast part of us, the bit that tells us we're not clever enough or pretty enough, or we should be doing this and we should be doing that. And yeah, you know, the approval bit. So yeah, it can be a pain in the bum. You're absolutely right. And I think it's about recognizing and knowing a real self-awareness and recognizing that actually the ego is not who you are. And that, I think, is the biggest learning for me about ego that I've had so far. And I'm not, you know, 61, 62, you know, I'm sure I'll get a lot more messages and a lot more learnings on my life about ego. But I think, you know, my biggest one I could share with you now is it's not who you are. Your soul, your spirit. And that comes from within, and it comes from your heart, and it comes from your gut. So when you get intuitive feelings and callings, that's your soul. That's your soul and spirit calling. And that's, you know, that's what's going to be in alignment. You need to do things that bring you joy. You need to do things that feel good to you. Do things that bring you passion, that light your soul, that light you. And those tend to be the things that come from the heart and the soul. So yeah, and people lose faith when it's not going their way, but actually is going their way. Yeah. And I think, that is, I have seen this so often over the years, since being a coach, a professional coach, that I think when things are going well for people, they believe in it. They believe in all this. Yes, I can, transform my life. I can believe, I can ask and I can believe and I can achieve it. And thoughts will bring things and I can achieve anything I want and nothing's impossible. But I think when it doesn't go their way, that's when they lose faith. And that's when they sit back, and that's when they back off and just think, oh, this stuff doesn't work. And actually, you need to be really aware that actually this is probably exactly what you need at that time. The universe works in very strange ways, and I've had 1,000,001 personal experiences of that it will bring to us what we need to take on board, what particular lesson we need at what particular stage we are on our journey. So yeah, it is going their way. Yeah, I am not my ego. Yeah, you're not your ego. No, none of us are. And I think, that is a huge learning to take on board with you. That's not who you are. Just like you're not any of your labels, you're not any label anybody gives you, you're not your qualifications, you're not any of those things. You are the unique, beautiful soul and spirit that is within you. So getting back to this conversation around the secret and law of attraction, and this real about, like attracts like. And I think, it's, if you think about it in your own life, you've probably got quite a lot of evidence of when you are giving off positive energy, when you are in a good mood, when you are smiling, when you're having a great time, chances are, you're gonna help lift other people's spirits and attract that too. When you get negative energy thrown your way, if you're in a crowd of people who are maybe really negative and down, again, you're going to get pulled down too. So your energy attracts, and that like attracts for like. So I think when it comes to really working, let's call it The Secret. And again, for anybody who's just come on, this is the book, The Secret, Rhonda Byrne, which gives us the basis of what we're talking about tonight. Albeit, as I've said, it's not a New Age phenomenon. It's we can see evidence of it way far back, right, in the Bible and Einstein and all sorts of, asking and believing and receiving and putting out there and believing you can have it and receiving. But I think in all of those, and again, even the excerpts I read from the Bible earlier, even in those, there is no evidence, there is nothing saying to you to play your part and take inspired action. And that, to me, is the crucial bit that's missing. It's the secret behind the secret for me. Yes, you need to ask. You need to get clear on what you want. You need to commit to it. You need to visualize it. You need to really connect with the feelings behind it so that you build your hunger and your desire and your want for it. You need to believe you can have it, see it as possible, believe it's yours. It can be that, believe it can be yours and it's coming your way as long as you play your part. Believe in your ability. Believe in the fact that you deserve it and you are worthy of it, and believe it's going to be yours. You need to go into receiving mode of having arms, heart, mind wide open, eyes wide open to sort of see, the opportunities and beauty around you that are, able to present. Because as soon as you, have the vision in your mind and put it out there and really visualize it, your subconscious thinks you're there already. It doesn't realize you're just there in your mind. It doesn't know the difference between in your mind and in reality. So you're setting that blueprint for success. Your subconscious is then going to start looking for ways to make this happen for you, opportunities. You're also going to be given this energy out. The universe is going to be responding and meeting you. I like to see it as almost the universe meeting me and working with the universe to achieve what I want to achieve. And you need to then really take it to a place of belief and knowing, because you need to eliminate all doubt, because any doubt is going to block it. Now, a lot of people will say they believe they can have it, they believe they can achieve it, but secretly, and it's what I call the secret doubt, they have the secret doubt, the one that they don't want to admit to you, the one that they're not going to voice that they have. Because no, we believe we can have this and I'm working hard for it. But if they have a secret doubt, a little bit of a subconscious, not sure, again, you're blocking it. And again, that's something you need to believe and know. You need to take your belief to a stage of knowing it is yours when the time is right. And receive is about receiving mode, so that you are open to receive, because there is that real balance of making something happen and allowing it to happen. We play our part, we are making it happen. We are in receiving mode, we are allowing it to happen. The universe has our back, it will work with us, but we have to play our part. It is not going to give us it handed on a plate. We need to play our part. We need to give out that energy. You know, you don't attract a loving relationship by having thoughts of meanness or cruelty or anything else. You don't attract forgiveness into your life if you have a mind full of blame. You will attract it into your life if you are giving out the same. You know, if you want to attract a loving relationship into your life, then you have to be thinking about loving relationship with loving thoughts. You know, thinking about meanness or an abusive relationship is not going to bring a loving relationship into your life. You have to get, you know, on that same energy, that same vibration, that same wavelength, and getting very, very clear on that. And I think, you know, you have to act on this. Is when I'm talking about inspired action, so acting on the things that are in alignment with your vision, the opportunities that present, the intuitive hits, the nudges, the little things that come to us, you know, think, I think, you know, I should be looking at this, or I've spotted something, or something's become noticed to me, or, you know, all these little opportunities that come our way. We need to act on them. Be very patient with the law of attraction and the universe. You have to believe it's on your side, even when it looks like it's not. Even when it looks like it's not, and it's doing everything to block your path, you have to believe that it's not blocking your path to what you want at all. It's actually giving you what you need to evolve, to grow, to connect with your higher self, to make sure what you want is what you want. Because sometimes, you know, what we think we want isn't really, and the universe will try to help us out. But also, you know, sometimes we need to go through various stages to finally get to where we actually really want, and bring into receiving, as in that thing, into reality. So you need the trust, you need the faith, you need the patience, you need the resilience, you need the belief in you, the belief in the universe, the belief in the possibility of what you want coming into reality. That take that belief in possibility to a real knowing, a real knowing. And again, just a very funny example of that, which will, I know a couple of you watching, so I've just spotted a couple of people that this will actually probably quite amuse, is, you know, many of you will know I'm on my second marriage now. And I was married before for 28 years to somebody, and we were very true to ourselves and went our own ways, and have 2 wonderful children between us, so have no regrets. But after a while spending time on my own, I very much, after a few years, decided that it would be really nice to have another relationship, a loving relationship. And really, you know, I can honestly say, when we're talking about manifesting and law of attraction, that I kind of manifested my wonderful husband into my life by getting very clear on what I wanted, as in a loving relationship. I wanted, actually, I'll be honest with you, I wanted the Prince Charming, the knight in shining armour, I wanted the flowers, the roses, I wanted everything. But I got clear on what I wanted. And I also believed I could have it, and that I deserved it. You know, I took my place. I had learned to love myself. I really had to take time to learn to know who I was when I started life out again on my own. I had to really take time to like me and to love me unconditionally, and see that I deserved a loving and valued relationship. So I had to step in. So I got clear on what I wanted. I stepped into that place of deserving, that I saw I deserved. You know, I deserved to be in a really loving relationship. And I believed I could have it. And I remember my mother saying to me that I wanted too much, and that these type of things only happen in the movies, in fairy tales, or in Mills and Boon's books. And that I wanted far too much. And I remember saying to my mother, no, I'm going to have it one day, just watch. And yeah, I did, and I have, you know, and I did, and yeah, I have a wonderful, wonderful husband in my life now, who just was everything that I had seen and wanted and put out there. But you know, I had to believe I could have it. It didn't happen overnight. I had a couple of other relationships on the road, which again was the universe's way of giving me what I needed for me to move into that fully deserving place of really believing and having and deserving what I truly wanted in life. And I had to have be in receiving mode, but I had to take inspired action also. You know, sitting in my little flat at that time and never going out the door and never speaking to anybody would not have brought Peter into my life. So you have to take the inspired action and play your part. Now I'm going to pop my glasses on for a minute and just see any comments around the law of attraction, book The Secret, what I've been talking about thoughts becoming things, about attracting the like into your life. You know, what the energy you put out, the energy you attract back. And yeah, I can see I've got Jim. Well, lovely to see you here, Jim. That story probably amused you something. There's a few of you know that story about me. Yeah, Heather, what's before you won't go by you. Heather, that is absolutely, do you know, and I think it's so true. And I think sometimes people just don't have the patience. You know, it's like, you know, what is really meant for you and what is really heartfelt in here and what you really want and is in true alignment with who you are. If you play your part, it is going to come to you. It's not going to miss you out. But you need to be in alignment and you need to see you deserve it and you need to play your part in life too. And, you know, giving out negative energy isn't going to attract positive stuff into your life. So, you know, yeah, you're absolutely right though, but what's before you won't go by you. And yeah, I say it's, you know, you really have to have trust and faith. And whether it is, you know, whether you call it belief in the universe, whether it's belief in God, Lord, divine, higher self, angels, you know, personally, I personally don't think it matters what we call it. To me, it is a bigger presence, an absolute bigger presence, which I feel all around me and within me. And, you know, for the purpose of tonight, we're talking about the universe, but albeit, as I said to you, this isn't a new age phenomenon. This was talked about in the Bible. So again, you know, and it's been talked about by Buddha and Einstein and all sorts over the years. So to me, it's just about, you know, really just giving out to life what you want back and getting yourself in alignment with your biggest heartfelt desires, your heartfelt visions, and knowing that what your heart is calling you to do and your soul is calling you to do, that's who you are. Not your ego, not that bit of you that wants you to boast or toast or tells you should be doing for practical reasons or whatever. You know, your heart and your soul and your spirit, that's who you are. And you need to trust that and you need to send that energy out to the world and attract back and really believe that things in abundance are there for you. You need to step into that deserving place and know you deserve things in abundance. You deserve that life you love, those dreams, those visions, those heartfelt desires that you have within you. You need to honor them. You need to step up to them. You need to honor them and say, you know, put that real value on them and say, this matters, this counts, because actually this is who I am. And you need to believe you can have it. So you need to ask, you need to get it out there and really get clear on what it is you want. You need to commit to it. You need to see it. You need to get that energy and emotion, because out of the feeling and emotion, you know, all of this is a lot harder to bring about into your life. It's the emotion and the energy that's going to really make you hungry and build the desire and take you to the action. You need to believe in the possibility you can have it, that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, that it's yours to have as long as you play your part. And believe in your ability. Believe that if it's for you, it's not going to go by you, just as Heather said. Believe you're supported, that when the time is right, it will come to fruition. And that even all the things on the way that come in the meantime, they are actually... That doesn't mean that you're not being supported. That just means you're being brought the situations you need in order to grow in some way, in order to evolve in some way. There is a lesson, there's a learning, there's a gift, there's a reward, there's a light in everything, even the most challenging of situations. And when it comes to receiving, I don't want any of you just thinking, ask, believe, sit back, and it lands in your lap. You know, there might be an odd occasion when, my goodness, your vibration's so strong and there's been an awful lot of groundwork done that it feels like that's happening. But for the most part, it takes a bit of time, and you have to take those inspired actions on those opportunities and synchronicities and the things that present themselves to you. And you need to move further and further into alignment with who you truly are, and really honor your heartfelt desires. And the universe will respond. It will bring you what you need to eventually bring into reality what you want. But it is, to me, a working, participative relationship. I could just about get that word out there. Okay, let me just see. We've got a few smiley faces lining up. Karen, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me. Brilliant. That's Mario, all great that you managed to catch us. You'd be able to get the rest of it on the replay. I knew you wouldn't manage it at the beginning, so that's absolutely fine. And you know, hopefully, you know, for those of you that are just joining, you'll be able to watch the replay and see what else I've had to say tonight about the law of attraction and the secret. Has anybody got questions? Because please put them in the box, put them in the comments below if you've got any questions about what I'm talking about, any comments, whether what I'm saying is resonating with you and think I'm right, or whether on the other hand you think I'm wrong. Because, you know, one of the beautiful things of being human is that we all have our own opinions, our own thoughts. We all have our own perception of the world. And because something is my belief doesn't mean it necessarily has to be your belief. You know, you need to take ownership of your own beliefs. That's part of being human. And it's, you know, you have to be true to who you are and be true to your beliefs. And, you know, and I have come to this belief about the universe and being supported by a bigger presence, no matter what we call that, Lord, God, universe, you know, whatever we call it. Because of my own life experience, because of what's gone on in my life, it has led me to this place. About my challenges and difficulties that have taken me through this. So I have really taken ownership of my own beliefs, and I have the confidence to voice my own beliefs now because they're really true to me. But I think, you know, you need to, whatever I am saying in these live at fives, you know, I am not sitting here saying you have to live in certain ways. You have to believe every single word I say. What I am hoping to do is encourage you to open your minds to new ways of thinking, to think in ways that perhaps you haven't thought before, to, you know, maybe take on board the things that just resonate with you, that maybe pull at your heartstrings, that maybe are, you know, give you that intuitive little kick. And it may be that for some of you, you want to go and explore more about the secret of the law of attraction after this. It may be that you actually think you know all you need to know. But, you know, it's, you know, at the end of the day, I'm here really from a place of service and from a place of quite a lot of life experience. For any of you who know me, you'll know I've had quite a challenging time, and yet still sit here and can honestly say, I am loved, I am supported by a much bigger presence than I am. And that even in the most challenging situations, there is a light, there is a gift. And I would go through everything in my life again to be where I am now, you know, in this place of real peace, real contentment, this real awakened place. So, yeah. Okay, can you ask the universe to bring something into somebody else's life? Or can you only attract it on a personal level? That's a really interesting question. It's a good one to bring up. And the honest answer, you know, in my opinion, and I say this is my opinion, then unfortunately, we need that other person to be on board too. We can send out and ask the universe to look after somebody, you know, to bring something into somebody's life. It's like, you know, giving prayers to people, prayers for healing, prayers for people. And again, we can do that. And it's all going to send that energy out there and it's going to be going in the right direction. But we need the person to meet it. If we are doing it, but the person is just blocking it all the time because they believe something totally different, then it's almost like you've got that mismatch. You know, so I personally think, you know, that we can put it out there for someone else. However, if that person isn't doing it also and they're not meeting us on the way, we're not going to be, you know, they're not adding into that energy. So I think, you know, we need that sort of them to be doing their part as well. Does that make sense? You know, because I think, you know, and again, you know, at the end of the day, I'm very aware that for a lot of people, you know, especially when people are maybe ill or especially people are in a depressed or not a great place, we want only the best for them, and we pray for them, or we put our thoughts out there, we visualize them in a great place, we put out really good thoughts and healing vibes to them, and put our energy out there for them in the hope that they are open to receive it. And I think, if they are open to receive it, then our energy will feed them and will nourish them and will help them give out the right energy to the universe or the bigger presence that will support them. But I think, there is that element they need to be open to receive. And I think that's the tricky one, because if somebody is blocking it and not open to receive, then all the wishes from yourself, the vibration, the energy, the praise from yourself, whatever you want to class it as, is going to have a really hard job. Does that make sense, what I've said about what I'm saying about that person needs to be, I think, in receiving mode, to receive and let that energy you're giving off in, to be able to then also add to it with their own. So we're needing alignment. We kind of need that alignment. Does that make sense at all? Yeah. And I say it is a tricky one, because, with the best will in the world, I think we all have people in life that we'd like to fix things for. And it's one of the hardest things as a parent, a grandparent, a daughter, a wife, a sister, whoever we are. It's one of the hardest things in life that we cannot fix things for everybody else. We cannot fix things for others. We can be there, we can support them, we can love them, we can encourage them, we can guide them. We can give off our positive energy, our loving energy to them, but we cannot take ownership of what's going on within them. And if they are not in receiving mode and blocking that, then it's going to have a real hard job of making a difference. So we really need that person. And again, you can help by really encouraging that person to be open. To really encourage that person just to be open to the possibility, because that's your first thing. If they don't believe in the possibility of a better life, or the possibility of being in that place maybe they want to be, then unfortunately, without the belief in possibility, they're blocking hope. And without hope, really, they probably feel they don't have a lot. Because if you take hope out of the equation, then you take action out of the equation. You take doing anything about it out of the equation. You take belief out of the equation. You take desire and hunger and all those things out of the equation. So to me, what you can do if you really want to try and help somebody is, yes, by all means, send out that energy for them. Hold them in your thoughts. Really hold them in a real positive light. Send out that real positive energy for them to achieve what they want. But really and be there to love and encourage and support. But do your best to try and get them to go into receiving mode of seeing the possibility of what they want to come about, that change in their life to come about. And if you can get that possibility and that belief in possibility and let that hope in for them, from there things can grow. Without the belief in possibility and that block on hope, it's really tricky. It's really tricky. So work on love, the guidance, the support, the sending it out there, and then really encourage that person, whoever it may be, to actually just believe in possibility. And then from there, we can build on that. From that belief in possibility and the hope, then the hope can lead to hunger, can lead to desire, can lead to action, can lead to belief, can lead to a knowing, and can really move it on and take it to reality. But you need that belief in possibility. You need that person open in receiving mode. Does that make sense? Okay, so yeah, and I'm just kind of thinking what we could sum this up with today, because I say, I think from the law of attraction, if you want to bring about what you want, just because you want it, you're probably not going to bring it about. You have to be a match for it. So it's not just because you want something that's enough in its essence to bring something about for you. You're going to have to match it. And that means with your thoughts, with your feelings, with your beliefs, with your actions, with your emotions. It all needs to be in harmony and needs to be in alignment with what you want. So, you need everything to be going there. Your beliefs, your thoughts, your actions, your good feelings, your emotions, your vibes, all going in the same direction with the thing that you want. So you really need to get that emotion and all those things involved. If you are simply doing a bit of wishful thinking of what you want, then it ain't going to be enough. A bit of wishful thinking, a wish is a wish. A wish without taking action is still a wish. You need to move it from a wish to a dream to a goal and a vision, or a vision and a goal, whichever way you want to look on that. And you need to really get clear on it, step into that place of saying it's okay to want what I want. This is what I want. Commit to it, write it down, visualize it. That in essence is almost like putting it out to the universe there. Then act with that belief in possibility, that belief in yourself, you can have it, that knowledge you're supported, that knowledge what's for you won't go by you, as Heather said, that place of it will come when the time is right. Have that patience, be in receiving mode so that you recognize opportunities and things that come your way, lessons and learnings and gifts and rewards that come your way too. Remembering sometimes it comes from things maybe not in the way that you would like or expect at the time. Sometimes the universe brings us things in a way, that we need, which might be sometimes a difficult learning. And it's also my belief it will keep bringing us that same thing until we learn it. Until we learn whatever it is, the lesson that we need to learn, we'll still, it'll keep doing its thing. And that's why I believe you see a lot of people, if they're in an abusive relationship and they bounce from one to another to another to another, they keep attracting abusive relationships, probably because in their subconscious, they're not seeing that they deserve better. And they're going, well, I don't want another abusive relationship. That sends out that energy of more abusive relationship. They haven't stepped into the belief in possibility. Actually, they deserve, they can have a lot better. And they deserve it. And it's going to come their way when the time is right. So again, your energy flows where your attention goes. So wherever you're putting your attention, your energy is going there too. And your positive energy is going to attract positive stuff. Your negative energy is going to attract negative stuff. You're not going to attract loving relationships into your life if you're thinking about mean or hurt or whatever. You're not going to attract, forgiveness and love into your life if you're putting out messages of blame and hate. You have to put out what you want back. So I think, it's about connect with your feelings and emotions when visualizing. You need to, so really do that. That's one of the tips when it comes to affirmation, when it comes to law of attraction, really connect with the emotion behind the visualization of what you want. You need to avoid and eliminate limiting language. So you need to see all things as being possible. You need to watch the language you use. So we're not going about, I don't want a stressful life, because that's limiting, because that's feeding stressful to your brain. I want a rewarding life. And again, I want things in abundance. You need to, the only limitations you're going to put on it are those that you put on it. You need to kind of flip that around a bit and see that all things are possible when it comes to this. You need to create this space to breathe, to sit still, to connect with yourself at a real deep level, at a heart and soul level, to really connect with what is in alignment to you. What are your heartfelt desires? What is your soul calling you to do? You need to sort of drop down from this head place to this body place and create the space really to do that. Because, to me, it's like life is this educational, magical, mysterious process. Continuous challenges, lessons, learnings, events, circumstances for us to learn, for us to evolve, for us to grow, for us to move bit by bit into alignment with our higher self, into this real beautiful place when we are just in true alignment, that we feel like we've got the comfiest shoes on ever, the comfiest pair of slippers on ever. We have this deep peace, this deep contentment in our, we see the light even in the darkest places. And that is a beautiful place to be. And, life to me, everything that happens, we've been given what we need to be able to get to that place. So we have to open our arms and receive. And we also have to really give gratitude for what we have in life. Give gratitude for what we have, for who we are, and for all the lessons and learnings that come our way. And also give gratitude for what we want in life as if we've already got it. And again, that is about putting that right energy out, that real belief, trust, faith that you need to put out there. That, as Heather said, what we believe in, that what's for you won't go by you. So put out that belief that this is really, this is mine. When the time is right, it's mine. And really give gratitude for it. I give gratitude for it. I'm at present. I've written in my gratitude diary this morning, I give thanks for the amazing book deal I've just signed. Because, as many of you know, I'm writing a book. I have been for a long time, I know a lot of you will say, I spent 2 years writing a book twice through and decided it wasn't the right book. The universe made it clear it wasn't the book I was meant to write, and I decided not to publish it or complete it. And I am now very much writing a book I feel called to write. And so now for me, you know, my job is simply to write the book. Write the book I'm being called to write. Whatever messages are feeding through me, I'm writing them. It's not really my job to worry about who's going to publish it or how it's going to sell at this stage. I believe by doing my part, by writing what I'm being called to write, and believing with gratitude that the right publishing deal will come my way, that it will, as long as I keep playing my part. And again, you know, if you see yourself living in abundance, you will attract more abundance. So really, you know, give gratitude to what you have. If you see yourself as living in a really limited life, then that, chances are, you know, you're always going to see yourself that way. And that's, you know, and actually there is a huge amount out there for you available, huge amount of opportunities and love and experiences, and a deep peace and a deep contentment there, which is yours for the taking. So yeah, I hope what I've said today about the secret and the law of attraction has answered some queries. I say I was asked to talk about this by a lady who said to me, but it doesn't work for me, is what she said. Basically, she said, you know, all this law of attraction stuff is all very well, and all this talk online of people manifesting what they want in life is all very well, but it doesn't actually work, or it certainly doesn't work for me. And again, hopefully tonight is maybe just brought up some reasons perhaps as to why perhaps it might not work or might not be working for you. You might be just, again, it may be that you're not believing in you're worthy of it, you're deserving of it, you're maybe not clear exactly what you want and really putting out there, you're maybe not connected with the emotions, you may be expecting too much, as in, oh, well, if I ask and I believe, it's going to be given to me. You know, I'm going to just put it out there and I'm going to write it down and stick it in a drawer and then not going to worry about it, it'll come. But actually there is that element of you need to play your part. So, you know, that you need to take inspired action, that intuitive hits and hunches, and play your part. And again, you know, at those times when you think life is against you and the universe is up against you and that none of this is working, really be open to the fact that actually maybe this is going to be your biggest lesson or learning, and it is exactly as should be. Okay, I would love to know how you get on. I would love to know your successes. I say I have, being honest, manifested an awful lot of things in my life if I actually look back. And I say certainly, you know, it's certainly my gorgeous husband is one of them. He's definitely one of them. And on my beautiful home in the country as well is another one. And yeah, there's quite a few things for me that I have really believed in, thought that I deserved, and really played my part and been in receiving mode. It's about that balance. It's about that making it happen and allowing it to happen. It's about that harmony. It's about that relationship with the universe. It's about the working together. It's about, you know, life is a participatory event. I can hardly get that word out every time I try and say it. But anyway, I am going to just quickly see any comments, and then I'm going to tie up for tonight. I am open for topics for next week. So again, if there's a topic, any topic to do with living your best life, being the real you, the authentic you, real life, real world, any challenges, any thoughts or anything, further my direction. I am qualified in a lot of different areas of coaching and mentoring. I'm an NLP master practitioner. I'm trained in hypnosis. I've covered, you know, I work with clients in a very 360-degree, full person, mind, body, spirit, soul approach. So please feel free, any topics, send my way. And I will do my best to talk about them next week. If you've watched live, then thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, again, thank you so much for taking time. Pop your comments in below. I will get round to them and answer any comments or queries. So just before I go, yeah, inspiration as always. Thank you. Thanks, Lynn. Simona, lovely for you to join me. I said you've popped in just at the end, but I say hopefully you can maybe watch the replay, which will be on my page, and I'll try and share it out. I've really been talking about law of attraction, about the secret, about how to really get it to work for you, how to manifest what you want in life, not what you don't. And just really trying to highlight a lot of reasons, perhaps, that if you think it's not working for you, what might be the reasons. So great, Simona, lovely to see you. Yeah, I hope that, again, about, you know, asking the universe to bring something to somebody else's life. I hope that what I said made a lot of sense there. About, yes, by all means, send out that energy, send out those thoughts, those desires, that vibration, you know, call it that prayer, call it whatever you want. But again, really try and encourage whoever it is that you're doing it on behalf of. You need to have them in open and receiving mode. They need to believe in the possibility of the change they want in their life. We need them open to receive, and to receive the energy from you, but also for them then to take inspired action to work with the universe to help bring it about. Karen, it was great to see you. So thank you. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your names here. I do apologize. It's an amazing thing on this page that we have people from all around the world. So Suraban, Elizabeth, Zoe, Mazar, Ramakrishna, Maria, Mohammed, Shari, Mari, thank you for being here. I can just hear my husband arriving home, so I am going to go. I'm going to switch off. And yeah, take care. I shall speak to you next week. I shall be back in the morning with morning affirmations. Take care. Okay.